Hello everyone, this is Marianne, the Artsy Crafter. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make some more of the background pages for our Christmas journal. Today we're going to tackle these leaf pages. These were a freebie that were offered in week 2 of how to make a Christmas journal from scratch. These are the three leaf pages that we're going to paint. And you had another one as well that was already painted for you. If you miss out on that video, then I'll leave a link in the description box below as to where you can download these free images of leaves. Very easy to do. One we're going to use pencils, one is paints, one is pencils, and I think the other one is paint as well. So there'll be a combination of materials that we're going to use, so that will be later. For now we're going to continue finishing off those pages that we started in the last video. First of all, we're going to do some coffee dyeing. So we did this page last time, so all you need now is some coffee dye. This poor old bottle here, I washed out my bottle and I forgot that this is a plastic bottle, and I poured boiling water into it, and of course it almost shrink wrapped the plastic. So anyway, it's still functional, still sprays. So yeah, a lesson for next time: don't put boiling water in a plastic bottle. So anyway, here we go. You just want light spray, and if you press slowly, you should get some of these droplets, which is what we want, or what I like to do. If he's not going to do it for me, is it? Anyway, we'll see how we go. Oh, there we go. We got some nice splotches there. Just gets rid of that white background, and that's as far as you want to go. If you don't like the splotch, this one here, you just use a tissue and dab it out. There you go. And there's a couple of big ones there, but I don't mind them being too big. There. So we just put that one aside and let that one dry. And the next one here is the one that I did last time. Since then, off camera, I went ahead and it was a little bit too light, so I just used some dark brown and some charcoal and made it a little bit darker. These bells, they're a little bit too light, especially these ones down here. I then went ahead and stamped on some text in the background, and I stamped on the Joyeux Noel stamp. Then I used a black ink pen, and I just outlined the bows and the leaves in the black pen. And then I got gold pen and I did some berries and the bells, and just made some little decorations there. You can't see the shine, you can see a little bit of the shine of the gold on there. I did color the leaves in gold, and I didn't like it. I thought it was too much gold, so I just went back over it with the red and the brown again. And now to finish it off, to grunge it up a little bit so it looks more like this one. It's a little bit busier than this one, but as you can see. But I'm just going to spray like the other page, just going to spray some. This time I don't want big blotches, so I'm just going to spray the coffee dye over the top. Just get rid of that white background, so that can set aside to dry. This one here, we're going to go back to our paint and go to put on some, where is it? Oops, knock it all around. This cobalt blue. Just going to spray that and add some splotches of that onto the page. I'll use my fan brush Sorry that I lost it there. Now I'll wet my brush. And I'll get a tissue. And then just get that nice and loaded with the blue paint. And then I'll use pen just to put some splatters on there. That's all you need, and so we'll let that one set aside to dry. Then we can put some paint some gold snowflakes on the top of that one. Then we're back to this one here. Set that aside. Last time we put white splatters on here, now we're going to put gold splatters on here. That one's finished. So we'll just get the gold out. As usual, I'll put some gold on the edge of this sheet. Almost at the end of this tube. Once again, spray with water and the fan brush. Load it up and splatter it with gold. You need more gold. Didn't get much on there, so get a bit more gold. Should be enough. Water it down a bit. There we go. Should be enough. Put that aside and clean off that gold splatters. Then the next one was this one here. We put the gold Christmas tree on there. Now we're going to do the same again, but in black. Got the Christmas tree stamp here somewhere. There you go. We're just going to not put as many black ones on here as the gold ones. Just space out a bit. That. Go. Just a bit more. And that's the end of that one. That one's all ready and finished. Let's put that away. And this one here we're going to spray with water, grunge it up a bit. And we're going to put a paintbrush and There's that music sheet. We're going to make a pocket out of this for one of the pages. So we'll spray some, it's going to be brown and charcoal. So just scrunch it up with some brown and charcoal. Just wet this a little bit more. A bit wetter. There you go, I'll leave that aside to dry. A bit more. Yeah. Looks lighter on the screen. There we go. Leave that aside. And then we're going to get onto these leaves. While all those pages dry, we'll start doing these leaves. First one we'll do is this, the large leaves. Got a sample of it here. So we're going to use that aside, get rid of all this, and bring the palette over. I'll show you how to start painting them, and then I'll let you finish off screen, but I'll show you how to do them first. We need a brush. So we're going to do, it's a light green or a sap green, leaf green, just a normal regular green, and also going to do, this is a dark green, or a hooker's green, this one. I can never get the lid off. And that one. So that will be our shadow. And we'll just add some water. Our sample. And this one is some sap green. Just going to add this, a little bit of this green. Oops. So this is a cool green. It's on the cool side and this is on the warm side. I just add them together, and this, then I'll add this in as a shadow in the end, with a little bit of this dark blue here. I'll just spray some water on that, and then mix them together. So you can see the palette. Get some water. Just mix these two together a little bit. And my sample page. A little bit. And you can paint these leaves any colour you want, any colour green. They don't have to be the same as me. And all you're going to do is do the outline. It's the easy way to do it. These leaves don't have to be realistic, they're just fanciful, like that. And then just colour it in. like that. I'll show you that again. Where's one? Here's one here. So here's my piece of paper here. Just want to tap it off. So this is fairly watery. You just paint it around the outline like that. It's like when you're using a colour pencil, then you do the outline and then just colour it in. Nice and easy. That's all there is to it. Then I'm going to wash my brush off and get this colour here. I'm going to add some of this dark blue here to this green. Then I'm going to get some of this lighter green and put in there. It's just a shadow colour. Give you, that's all it is, like that. You can make it darker or lighter. And it's on kind of like the blue side of green. So all you do is pick a side. I usually pick the underside of the leaf and just go back and tap it in like that. You could leave, wait for the leaves to dry and then come back and do the shadow. I'm just going to show you. Okay. You can also go back and then draw an outline in that dark blue. It might be better if we leave this to dry first and then come back and outline this here. That's all they do. So it just gives you a bit of variation in colour. Same as this one here. You can go around the outline on the shadow side. The leaves all don't have to be the same. You can vary them. Just do the outline. Now wash my brush off in water, tap it off, and then just paint it in. That. Just to give you some variation, just blend it into the other colour. So you can see this one's darker because we did the outline, and then this one we just shaded it in, and that's all you have to do. And then I'll do it one more time. Wet your brush, take some paint, and then got a bit more wood on here, outline the leaves. Like that. And fill in the colour. Clean your brush, pick up some of the darker colour, and you go around and some more darker colour. It would have been on this side, wrong side. This is the underside here. More blue on there. Just tap off the excess water and just blend it in. There you go. And when this dries, you can always go back and outline this in pen or more paint. Okay, that's the big leaves. Then the small leaves, use this lighter colour, the light green. Make it very pale, a lot of water like that, and I'll just get a small brush. This one here, it's a size 1, use size 1 or 2 with the brush, pick up some colour, and same kind of thing, you're just colouring in, so you can just do the outline and colour them in. You can make these as light or as dark as you want, just basically go around and colouring them in. That's all there is to it. The more water you have on your brush, the lighter they will be. This one here is less water. You can see that one's got less water, so it's a bit darker. So you can vary the colours of each leaf. They don't all have to be the same. It's nice to have a little bit of variation in your leaves. Just continue colouring these in. Then when you're finished, you can go back and with your small one, you can pick up some green, it doesn't matter what colour, and you can draw in your stem like that. Or if you don't want to do that, then use like a gel pen, a green pen, some sort of green very fine pen, and go in and just draw in those stems, whichever way you want to do it. It's up to you. So that's that. And then the berries, like we did the berries on this paper, you can use those colours, which is these. You can use the reds and the scarlet as a combination. Make a nice pretty red colour like we did before, maybe more on the red side, so this colour here, it's up to you. The ones I've done here are quite dark, they're more on the scarlet or crimson side than the red, but like we did the other ones, you just do the outline and then fill them in. Draw the outline, fill them in here, like that, and fill them in. You can do with the berries, you could do the berry stem red, or you could do it green. I did it green here, but you can do it in red if you prefer. You do see that with the cherries, the stems are pinky red. So that's all you have to do, is do all those and continue doing that with the rest of the leaves. And then when it's all dry, just spray over it with the coffee dye, just lightly. With this one here, you can see I left some big splotches on there. You don't have to do that, just lightly spray, just to get rid of some of that white background. So that's those leaves. Okay, this time, this is the color. So this is, bring the palette over so you can see. I have to change ends. And bring this other color palette over. A little bit. There we go. So this time, this is dry. Just clean this out. We're going to, I'll use a bigger brush to mix this up. We're going to use Payne's Grey and Rogent and Prussian Blue and Payne's Grey. A lot of water. And then we're going to add a little bit of yellow. Wash my brush out. Tiny bit of yellow. Here. Just to mute the colour down a little bit. And we'll lost my colour palette. As you can see, it takes a lot of water. So it's almost like a grey leaves. As you can see here, it's grey. And you can add a little bit more yellow in there if you want a more of a green grey or a cool grey. So that's make it a warm grey, adding more yellow, which is not bad. A lot more yellow. So wet my yellow down. Add that into it. That will warm up the colour a little bit. Had it before. And gives you a warm greenish grey or greyish green, whichever way you want to. So you put these out of the way. You can see. So you want it very pale. So all we're going to do, like we just did with these other leaves, these leaves here, these small ones, so all you're going to do is paint them in, and you can vary the colours. That's all you have to do with these ones. Some light, some dark. So, don't worry, you can't stay between the lines. These are just background pages, so you just have to go and colour all those in. And then these little berries, I just made them a little bit darker. So all I do was add, you can either make it darker with the grey or the blue. I might make it blue, just something different, and just dot these little tiny berries, not these bigger ones. Just dot them in like that. When they dry, they will dry lighter. So that's all you have to do with that. And then at the end, as I said, you could use, go on to show you. I haven't got the right colour, I can't see the right colour at the moment. Something like this. You go ahead and use a gel pen to draw these lines in, and these round ones here, the larger ones, are done in a metallic gold acrylic paint I used, but you could use the gel pens if you prefer. So that's how you finish that off. So or you could use the paintbrush. And if you want to use a paintbrush, instead of trying to do one big long line, all I do is short dashes like that, short strokes like that, and you got the line. So once again, you do short strokes like this, and the line's done. That's all there is to it. If you want to keep it in the same color, just short strokes like that, and you've got the line done. That's all there is to it. Short strokes like this along that line, and it's done. So you can see there. So if you want to go ahead and do the whole page, got a bit of blue there, that's how this one is done. That's all finished. And then the last one is this one here. That paintbrush aside. This one here, I've actually used pencils to do that, and gel pens. So the pencils I used, put these paints away. Don't need them anymore. Oops. So this is the sample. So I just went ahead, and this is this one here. This is a Faber-Castell, and this one's a Derwent color. This is a May Green 48, the light color, and a Faber-Castell 467 is a dark green. So as you can see, I just went ahead and I could put this down, couldn't I? Oops, excuse me. There we go. See, so just ran around and colored all these lightly, all the leaves in with the light color, like this, light green. And then when that was finished, I went back. This is this needs sharpening, I think. But I'll try and do my best. Here's on. I always do the wrong side, but it doesn't matter. Go back in and color it in on one side. It gives you your shadow. So like that. And then I get my brush. Just wet my brush and I go along and color the leaves in. Like that. So once again, go ahead and do the light one. Pencil, color it in. And then the shadow color. I'll have to sharpen this. Wet my brush and then blend those colors together. Got too much water on my brush. Then when this dries, I just go back and use the shadow color again and make it darker. And then these little leaves, I used the color I used wasn't like an apple green, but I've lost it somewhere along the line. So now I've got this one here. It's a gel pen. It's just fine tip gel pen, metallic gel pen. So like we did the other leaves, except we're just going to colour them in with the gel pen. So that's quite easy to do. So when these are all dry, I recommend leaving these till they're dry. Just colour them in like this, and you can do the stems, colour them all in. Like that. So I don't think you need me to show you how to colour in. And then that's the green, and then I used this one's Scholar brand cherry red. I have no idea where I got all these from, but go ahead and do the berries. My light just went out. Excuse me. Don't know why it went out. There we go. And on these ones I did the stems in the red. The stems of the cherries I did only, and then the rest of it in green. So that's all I did there, and that's it. So you have to do, as I said, when these leaves dry, just go back with the dark pencil and do those shadow lines, and you can make them as dark as you want. You could also go around with your gel pen and outline the leaves. This one here I actually did in black pen. So and then I did the veins of the my light went out again. Anyway, I did the veins of the leaves in the black pen as well. So if you want to go ahead and finish off all those 3 pages of leaves, in the next video we'll get started on, we have a couple more pages to do, and then we'll get started on working back on our journal. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.